Hey YouTubers, this is Dave Funk. I just put a little bit of a nugget niblet out there for some people to bite off on, and basically what the subject is this. I attended a class reunion about 10 years ago, and they invited a hypnotist. Being a Christian who's been involved with the occult, I observed and understood exactly what was transpiring. What some people do not understand is that the act of hypnotizing people is an occult practice. It puts them in a state where them as a host are susceptible to demonic entities, or as some people would understand, demonic possession. And what this does, of course, is this makes the person, they have no idea, no recollection as to what happened to them. And a lot of people, they use this stuff for entertainment, but they don't understand that, this is not a safe thing. Here's what transpired. We did the invite thing. We went to the class reunion, and I told my wife, I said, I'm not going to sit idly by while they do this, And, the person who probably lined this thing up, the hypnotist, whatever, they probably didn't understand it or know about it. I didn't growing up, and a lot of people don't, We're buffooned by the things. We're dumbed down by things. We're dumbed down by society. Society says, hey, certain things are okay and acceptable. And it's like, gosh, it's not. Remember the time when they said, yeah, cigarette smoking is healthy for you. You know what? What a load of bull. Okay. Anyway, we came through a time frame in which, we believed all this stuff was okay. The signs of the zodiac signs, Leo, Cancer, guys, it's an occult practice. Okay, do your digging, do your investigation. Anyway, I told my wife, I said, I'm not going to stand by idly and then just watch this happen. And I understood what Jesus did. Jesus cast out demons. He addressed some demons that was in a guy, a bunch of them. He said, well, who are you? And they said, Legion, for we are many. And they said, son of man, what have you come to basically address us before the appointed time? Well, they knew that it wasn't the appointed time. And they said, you know what? Send us into that herd of pigs, don't send us to the dry places. And Jesus sent them into the herd of pigs. And the pigs basically committed suicide and ran off a cliff. I'm sure the farmer wasn't real happy about that. But I understood that, okay? And, I'm no stranger to this. I've seen it happen many times before. I've dealt with the spiritual. It's a very interesting reality. And it is happening before our very eyes. So 10 years ago, what I did was I got prayed up a little bit. I walked into the room, and it was like a wall had hit me. It was like my breath was taken out of me. And I had to take a deep breath, and I had to pray. And I said, you know what, Father? And, I basically asked for the Lord's help. And I just began to address that spirit. And I did it like this. And nobody heard me. My wife heard me. And I just said, in the name of Jesus Christ, I bind this spirit of hypnotism. I command you to leave in the name of Jesus Christ. The guy immediately stood up, and he said, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. He said, I quit. And he did quit. And there were gobs of people there that saw this event. I've actually shared it with a lot of other people who have seen it, and or that haven't seen it, but I shared it with a lot of people. And this actually happened. It's the truth. And there's no reason why it shouldn't have happened. The power of Jesus Christ is phenomenal. And I know some of y'all might be thinking, you Jesus freak, whatever. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the Son of God is the coolest thing that has ever happened, including, of course, God himself, the maker of earth, the understander of everything that is good. He understands absolutely everything. Everything. He is the genius above all genius, King of kings and Lord of lords. So, some of you guys, I'm going to put this as an answer to the Facebook inquiries that I get. And you know what? I don't care if people don't like me. You guys aren't the one that I got to worry about. What I have to worry about is, you know what? When I knew the truth, did I submit the truth while my master was watching? Did you tell the truth, Dave? Did you tell them about, the powers of darkness and the schemes that they come to deceive people, and how they snatch them in and pull them in just because they think it's cool? Listen, guys, there's nothing cool about the occult. It's deception. And there's a lot of it going on. Jesus Christ came to expose the works of darkness. I didn't come to be your friend. I have a great friend, and that's Jesus Christ. And I tell you what, he'd be an awesome friend to you. So you know what? Don't take my word for it. Go look in that Bible, the one that sits on your shelf. I'm not a religious freak. I just happen to know the truth, man, and I'm really happy that I do. I've lost a lot of people who quote-unquote say they're my friends. It's like the minute I decided to get right with God, it's like, oh my gosh, I decided to say no to a bunch of stuff. I lost friends. Really? Did I lose friends? Or did I lose things? Or did I lose relationships that were dangerous to me in the very, very long run? I care about those people, but I don't care necessarily that they like me. Okay? That's not important. What's important, and above all, is the truth. You shall know the truth, and the what? The truth shall set you free. For those of you who are listening, man, I really, really, really hope that you take this to heart and investigate. There might be some weird things that you find out if you do investigate, and you will. I've been freaked out on this ride since I became, a believer and a follower of the Bible. Man, I have been freaked out, but it's like, you know what? I can't negate, I can't disprove, I can't annihilate any of the arguments that I would even think to have against it. I can't. The proof it's there. There's too much of it. It's all proof. So what he says will come to pass. You know what? If you don't know Jesus Christ, Yeshua, you know what? Ask him into your heart. You know what? Say, you know what? I'm tired of the hype. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of this bogus popularity contest. Who became successful? I'll tell you what, who's successful. The one who wins the prize and is able to place the crown at the feet of the king. The one who withstood the rest, withstood the opposition and won the race. Won the race by staying in there and saying, I don't care what they say about me. I'm going to follow you, God. I'm going to follow you. Because really, in the end, that's all that matters. What do you think they're going to talk about up there? What do you think they're going to talk about in heaven? Oh, everybody wants to get there, but nobody wants to talk about it down here? Really? Really? They like talking about God. It's kind of embarrassing. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Jesus said this, if you deny me before men. In other words, if you're embarrassed about him, ooh, not a good place to be. He'll deny you before the Father. You don't want that. You don't want that. Be bold, be brave, stand up for something. And you know what? The enemy's got a good message out there. Oh, it's not cool. You want to be cool. You don't want to talk about that Jesus stuff. You know what? He needs to just take a big old box of shut up. Okay? Jesus Christ is the coolest thing that has ever happened in my life, and it's been the wildest ride, and I have been the boldest and the bravest that I've ever been in my life. Please him. Please him. God bless you guys. Take care. I'm glad you listened. Have a great and blessed evening.